What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 28 with All Things Noted with Nate and Joe. I'm Nate. That's Joe. I did it right. That's nice.
So,
Today, we do not have a very special guest.
hey,
We
we're special, right?
sometimes. Uh, these are some of the funner episodes that we get to do, just me and Joe hanging out and chatting and answering some questions and throwing out some stories and talking about kind of us so y'all get to know us more and stuff like that. We're going to try to do this a little more often. We've had some people reach out and say, like, I just don't know nothing about y'all and things like that. So we wanted to do that, just kind of chill, answer questions, and just talk some nonsense and stuff like that. Joe?
Yep. So, if you're wondering about my big background, I'm sitting in a giant chair. It's really awesome, but I'm actually working in the office today instead of at home. Um, but we're even though I don't have a guest to say my tagline to, I gotta get it in there somehow, right? So like me and Nate are just gonna talk nerdy to y'all today, hopefully. Um, but I think the first thing I want to know, and I know I've been starting pretty much every podcast with this, is just an update on where Nathan is in his journey across the world. So Nathan, like, where are you right now? Like,
So we're in Budapest. We made it to Budapest 2 days ago. We took like a 2 hour train ride from Vienna over here. And then I think we are going to go from here. We're looking at going to like Split or going into Switzerland, but I think we're going to make the jump and go to Italy. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I finally convinced, my wife, Steph, I was like, bro, it's time. I'm ready to go. So I think it's a 16-hour train ride, but we're going to catch it from Budapest and finally go to start in Venice, and then we'll start working our way through Italy.
all right, and that is the ever coveted moment of the pasta making with Nana is in Italy, right? So that's coming up.
Yes,
I
it'll be in
definitely need
Rome.
to hear. I need to hear all about. We're gonna make sure whatever next episode that we do, like next month when you're in Italy, like spotlight that completely. Just maybe we should just go
Experience of
live
Nona.
during that whole process so you can share it with the world.
I'm just gonna be like, Nona, come on my podcast. My understanding is her granddaughter like translates everything because she just speaks Italian. So I don't know like how much she'll contribute. But I'm like, oh, just come on the podcast. It's fine.
Oh, we got a good question from Stephanie. She says, "What up, Nate? Can you rank the cities you've been to so far?" Oh, this is going to take a while because you guys have been around in these past couple months.
It's okay. I could do a quick version, and then if anybody has questions, well, I'm happy to do it. So I've actually been keeping a running list. So let's dive in real
Okay.
quick. We'll go ahead and just
Okay.
answer it. So let me pull up my notes real quick. So my number one place that is at the top of the list is Barcelona. Currently, I absolutely loved it. The food there, the people there, everything was great in Barcelona. Number two, oddly enough, is Prague. I absolutely loved Prague. It was beautiful. It was so cool. Number three, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Beaujolais. So we got real lucky. Had a friend out in Beaujolais, France, and we got to go to their vineyard, try their wine, bike through the vineyards, and all that stuff. And then Amsterdam, Paris, Budapest, Brussels, Vienna, Marseille, Lyon, and then at the bottom is Berlin. Did not love it. Not my favorite place.
Berlin at the
Um,
bottom of the list. Ouch.
yeah.
Uh, but if for you guys watching too, and I mean, there's like 40 or so people watching on TikTok. If you go to his like Instagram, TikTok, Nate the World Walker, um, you can see like where he's posting pictures of like all of his expeditions and stuff, and just some of those pictures are breathtaking, and especially the ones where he was talking about in Paris and some of the hikes he's been on is super awesome. So I'd definitely say check that out if you could. We got another comment coming in from Jeremy. It says,
J Boogie.
"What a coincidence! I just renamed my stomach Budapest. Want to know why? Yes, Jeremy. We have to know why you renamed your stomach Budapest."
Yeah. Let us know, bro.
I don't know. The comments are like a couple seconds behind, so we have to like wait for him to like comment and it load in now. It's like the suspense.
uh, but I'm enjoying Budapest, but I am excited for Venice. I've been looking forward to Italy from the beginning. I cannot wait. It has been the one thing that I've been so excited about.
That's awesome. Oh, here we go. So Jeremy says the reason his stomach is called Budapest is because it's the capital of Hungary.
That's facts, bro. That's the most. That's one of the
Uh,
like most dad jokes. Like,
yeah,
I hope you have your New Balances on right now with your cargo
yeah,
shorts, J Boogie.
yeah. Dad joke for the win. Love some dad jokes either way. Oh man, but it's been cool to kind of talk to you through it, and I think we mentioned it when we talked last time. Was like you're watching Naruto as you're doing all of this, so like your memories of Naruto are being ingrained with you traveling the world, which I think that has an effect on your travels and on Naruto because like you're doing all these crazy adventures and like living life to the fullest, that kind of thing, and then you're watching Naruto, so it's like how could you not like watching Naruto like in the settings that you're watching it?
Yeah, so Naruto is great. It is a fantastic anime. I will say I appreciate, you and Keaton recommending it to me. I've really enjoyed it. I had to get past some stuff and I still complain a decent amount here and there, but overall it's like it's really good. And I do think back like, oh, I was in, like Bougelet when I was watching this, and my wife's probably tired of it because I'll stay up till 1, 2 in the morning just watching Naruto, and then like I'm crawling out of bed and I'm like, Steph, I'm tired. She's like, well, go the fuck to bed.
Yeah, it's just like that's your fault. You shouldn't stay up all night watching Naruto.
Yeah.
But I have noticed you're not a fan of Sasuke. Not at all. Okay, I mean,
Dude,
tell us why. Like, what's wrong with Sasuke, man?
okay, first off, the Sharingan is just OP. It's so dumb and it changes constantly, right? It's like plot armor. Like, I need this, my eye does it. And he doesn't have to work for it. He just open. He's just like, boom, look at what I got. I know everything you're doing. I was born with this. So what? You might be over there like training, working, like, mad props to my boy Rock Lee. Dude's over there busting his ass, working hard, And Sasuke's like, well, let me open my eye and then let me complain and whine a little more as well, right? Like, oh God, I can't do it. I'm not a Sasuke fan.
Hey, Rock Lee did whip Sasuke in their first little meetup,
Oh,
so
100%.
I know you'll
But
enjoy
but
that.
now but now Sasuke would be like, I have two eyes, sucker, and then murder him. It is stupid.
I mean, for plot armor wise, though, I mean, Naruto has like limitless chakra because of the being a Jinchuriki. Like that's almost the
But
same
he
thing.
has had to work to control it and use it. The dude trains harder than anyone else. He has more drive than anyone else. Sasuke did go to Orochimaru to try to gain power and stuff like that. Fine. Right, sure, whatever. So he did put in some effort, but the dude was just born talented. He was born with his freaking Sharingan eyes. I can't.
I guess I would have to side with you on this though, because even though you're saying that he went to Orochimaru to get stronger, it was like a cheat code. He got the curse mark, and it was instant power. He didn't have to train for it. He just
Yeah.
got bit
He
by
had
the
to he
dude
had to
and
learn
just
how to
let it happen.
control it, but
I mean, yeah, he had to learn how to like make it not overtake him, but still, it was like an instant power up versus, Naruto's over here making 4,000 shadow clones of himself to try to learn one little thing.
yeah.
So
And also
I can
learning
see
how
it.
to control the nine tails. Like the dude is literally suppressing and fighting the nine tails constantly, right? Where Sasuke opens his damn eyes every time like somebody's like, I will fight you. He's like, look at my eyes. So annoying.
I mean, he's not as good as Itachi though with the eyes. Itachi's like, oh well, now you're trapped in a genjutsu, and I win.
Okay,
So
the fight between season three Shippuden best to date for me, anyways, the best part of Naruto that I've watched. It is weird that the pain arc bleeds into season four. I don't know at what point it transitioned, but like the way it finishes does bleed into season four. But ultimately, season three has been the best part of Shippuden for me. The whole thing, like Itachi, Sasuke, their fight with each other, the Genjutsu was wild, and then with was it Master B, like that fight was
yeah,
fantastic, and then just the pain arc in general, money.
yeah. When Killer B is just like writing his rap as he's fighting Sasuke, I'm just like that is like the ultimate just diss right there. It's like yeah, you're such a not challenge to me that I'm gonna just stop and write here. But
Yeah.
this is
Also
this is
started
life
watching
watching
the
anime.
live action One Piece with Steph. So
Okay, how many episodes have you gotten in on that?
two, no spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers. Uh, So Nicole and I watched that this past weekend. It is really good. Now, disclaimer: we've never, like me or her, have watched the actual One Piece. Um, like, and now I'm just like, do I even want to now? Because like I would compare it to this, and I don't know if I would want to watch the anime now that I've seen the kind of live action and actually like the live action, because it's usually the opposite. You see the live action, it's like, wow, that was trash. Let me go
Yeah,
back to this anime. Now I'm just
like
like, why would I
Cowboy
watch the
Bebop.
anime? Yeah, like why would I watch the anime now when the live action was so good? I don't know.
So it has a different effect for me. Like I watched the first two episodes so far, and like I want to go watch the anime. Like I am excited to go watch the anime. Now the 1,000+ episodes is daunting. I'll probably
Yeah,
do one pace, catch up for the most part, and then start from wherever that ends. Just because like the early episodes I've heard from several people are not the best. They're super outdated, starting like 1993 or whatever it is. So one pace will allow me to jump past a lot of that, but like watching the live action, I think is really well done so far. But like I'm stoked to watch the anime.
yeah. The One Piece is a good idea, and that's probably why it's like, do I want to watch the anime now after I've seen this, or just wait for more seasons of the live action? Because you know they're going to renew it. It's already outpaced like Stranger Things and Wednesday as far as like, and it's like the number one show in the entire world right now. I saw a post on that, so I'm just like, yeah, they're definitely going to re-up that. Oh, we actually got a comment from TikTok from Frying Pan VR. It says hello, well, hello, Frying Pan VR.
What up?
Let's see. So Stephanie comes in with a comment. With you both being from the South, I'm curious what your favorite football team is and why. Okay.
Go with it,
Okay.
Joe.
I mean, I'm actually more of a troll when it comes to football teams. My favorite team is whoever I'm with, their like competitor. So if I'm sitting with someone and they're a huge Alabama fan, I'm going to pull for Auburn. If they're a huge Georgia fan, I'm pulling for Tennessee. Like whoever they're against, and like that's really what I go for. But I really just like good, like just to watch a good SEC game is just fun to watch. But when I say like pick a favorite team, I'm just like, well, who's playing and who am I watching with? Because if I'm watching with Nate, again, I'm my favorite team is whoever's playing Auburn that week.
Yeah, so I'm an Auburn fan through and through. I'm not like Joe, right? However, I'm less diehard now than I used to be when I like lived in Alabama, grew up in Alabama, and all that stuff. Like diehard Auburn fan. But now I hardly watch the games. Like I probably have to Google to see if they win or lose. Sometimes, like if it's a good
Yeah.
game, like Alabama versus Auburn, I'll watch it. But a lot of times, I'm not like I want everybody to win. Like to me, if Alabama can go undefeated and then lose to Auburn, which doesn't happen often, right? Auburn usually
It
loses
has though.
anyways.
It
Oh, it
has.
has, yeah, yeah. Like I would prefer that. Like if every team went undefeated up until they played Auburn and then Auburn beat them, I would be good for that.
Well, so Frying Pan VR commented, "Did you want the Eagles to win in the Super Bowl?" Uh,
Ah,
I would have liked to see Jalen win just because of that, like his backstory and how he had to, come in and for Tua when he was hurt, that kind of thing, and then changing schools. Like that would have been the ultimate comeback story of like, yeah, I had to change schools, left Alabama, and then came back and won the Super Bowl. I mean, that would have been a cool, like, just a rise to fame story.
so I'm just gonna say, I don't care who you are, you can't not pull for that dude. Jalen Hurts is a gem of a human being. That dude, like, if we had more people like him in the world would be a better place. Like, if you have any malice in your heart towards that guy, you need to check it. That dude is a beast. Like, unless something comes out and he's done something crazy, dude is amazing. Like, I can't not pull for him. And I'm an Auburn fan. He went to Alabama and like it sucked, but of course, I would have loved to have seen him get a ring, especially to shut up all the haters. Be like, all right, he's not a quarterback.
Yeah.
Psh,
He's
please, son.
we got another comment from Jeremy. It says, Joe, any new animals/kids?
Hold on, let's
I
preface this. Time out, time out, time out. Let's preface this. Joe has a fucking whole army of kids and an even larger army of freaking animals. And it's not like we have 36 cats. It's like we have 36 cats, 27 dogs, 96 birds, and shit like that. So if you've added any animals, it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, for those for TikTok watching, I do have 25 as my total pets right now, and 5 kids. So no new kids. And then as far as pets wise, I mean, our most recent pet, I'm trying to think, is I mean a dog that my sister brought to us, like my oldest for my oldest. It's like a Great Dane mix. She's pretty cute, but just super annoying. But yeah, that's like the newest addition that we've had.
You
But
said
I
Great
mean,
Dane mix?
yeah, it's like a mix. I mean, it's I think
Why do you
there's
keep taking animals in, Joe?
because I don't
Limit,
know.
self control.
I do need self control when it comes to animals. I mean, I have 25 for Christ's sake. So, but yeah, no,
So
I don't think.
I gotta ask Joe, is it you that's the animal person? Is it your wife that's the animal person? Is it like your kids show up with them and you don't have the heart to tell them no? Are you all just crazy? What does it look like?
we we are all just crazy, honestly. Like we'll and we're like it's for different animals, right? So, I mean, we initially said no to the dog. We're like, we already have 3 dogs. We don't need another one. But then like we saw it and it was all cute and sweet, and we're like, we can't. We couldn't tell her no essentially. Um, but then like I mean, we have snakes, lizards, a ferret, chinchilla, sugar gliders, turtles. Like we have all sorts of animals, and our youngest is just in love with all of them. She helps feed them and helps take care of them and stuff like that. And it's just the cutest thing to watch. This toddler, she'll be 2 in 10 days, just like carry on with animals and like love them, stuff like that. So it's really cool. Oh, Stephanie's got a question from Stephanie. It says, "How did you get to 25 pets? Was it gradual? What was the first?" Okay, so it was gradual. So it wasn't like we all went and just like, let's go to the pet supermarket and buy them all. Um, our first pet was actually Loki, our cat. That's our oldest pet, and we had her for probably about a year before we got anything else. I think our second oldest pet is a bearded dragon named Viserion. We call him Siri for short. But I mean, it was definitely gradual though. Like over time, over the past 10 years, I guess that me and my wife have been together, we've accumulated them. Oh, and then Stephanie with a follow up question about the animals: do they all get along? Well, no. Because I mean, as you can imagine, a snake and a sugar glider or a snake and a chinchilla are not going to get along. But most of those are like in cages, separated, those kinds of things, so they don't have to get along, right? But the cats and dogs are pretty much free roam and they get along well enough. Like they don't fight or anything like that. They just kind of coexist with each other. But I mean, all the dogs love each other, play around and stuff like that. So they get along well enough as we and can at least coexist. And we could do a whole podcast of just like going down each animal and like how we got it and all that stuff. But we might need like 2 or 3 episodes since there's like 25 of them.
I don't think you'd need me for that. I can contribute nothing. I have no animals, no kids. You know, I just play video games, travel the world. Do what I can. Also,
I'm just over here, 25 animals, 5 kids, buying a house, stuff like that. But that is a testament though to how like nerdiness and just things like that will bring people together. Like on paper, we are total opposites, but I mean, we're like best of friends, man.
yeah, talk all the time. Joe, you gotta answer Chris's question. You got to.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that. Let me pull it up. Chris, Joe, do you plan to start a sports team on an Airbud situation? I wish I could. That would be great, but I don't have enough time to do everything we are to do plus train animals to play sports. Now, if I got one that was like naturally gifted like Airbud, dude, I'd be all in. But my dogs are pretty dumb. For as far as dogs go, they can't play basketball or anything cool like that. We got a question from Jeremy. It says, Nate, what's your FG percent on your travels?
Okay, so for the people that don't know, when my wife and I we travel, we try to shoot a couple basketball shots in every country we go to. We're
That's
traveling really light right now through Europe, so we don't have a basketball with us. So, like, if we see a court in a country and we don't have a basketball and there's nobody playing for us to bum a basketball off of, we'll like pretend we're shooting, which is really dumb. I get it, clowns, whatever, but we do it. So, with an actual basketball, I think I'm like 3 for 4, something like that. Steph, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the last time I shot with an actual basketball was in Paris, and I think I went like 3 for 4 there. And then Barcelona, I think I went like 2 for 4. So what is that? 4 for, I don't know. Can't do math, but it's solid, Jared. It's a
Solid.
solid field goal percentage.
That's pretty cool though. Yeah, that's and to be able to be like, all right, this country, this is how many I made. You're making a running list of like all of your like from least to where like from least to best of your favorite countries and places you visited. You didn't keep a list of your shots made. Like you this
No,
has to be accurate for this has to be accurate. You got to log this stuff, man.
no, I'm not keeping up with that. I mean, the invisible ones, I'm just gonna assume that I make them
Yeah,
all, except
yeah.
for like the other day I posted a picture and it looked like Steph was blocking my invisible shot, which is fine, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny there.
Yeah.
Oh
Dude, I gotta tell you this. So we're in Budapest. Budapest is known for the ruin bars. Chris, appreciate you throwing them out there. Steph and I went last night. So to give you an idea of the ruin bars in Budapest, it's like a alley almost, and like there's kind of like rooms, and each room is almost a different theme of type of bar, right? And like one's got like live music, they're in there like fist pumping and stuff like that. There's actual floors. So we go up to the second floor, we're walking through, checking it all out. There's lights, people are loud, things like that. There's a curtain, right? And I'm one of those people, I'm like, what is this? What is that? Right. And there's a sign, please keep the quiet. I'm very confused because like right behind me, there's like people just like getting crazy in the sign, please keep the quiet. Bro, I had no idea what to expect, right? So I'm like, I gotta go in, Steph. I pull back this curtain and walk in, and I kid you not, there's like 30 people sitting on the floor with sketch pads at these bars, sketching these two like I think it's two females like sitting down and laying down and stuff like that. I don't know if there's like a Discord or like a meetup for this, but literally at a bar where people are getting crazy, you just one curtain away from a fucking sketch room.
like that's pretty cool though. I mean, it's like, did you see any of the sketches? Like, were they like really good or?
No, not that I saw. I only like looked at a few. They weren't quality. I think they were there for the beer. Like maybe you walk in, you just grab a pad, you sit down. Like maybe it's just like the rest of it, right? But just not what I expected. I was thinking like I bet there's some like crazy stuff happening over there. Or maybe it's more like high class, like couples, like talking, trying to do like a date type thing. Never in my life would I guess like there's a group of people sketching people in here.
Just got your sketch pad out, just like, what are you doing tonight? I'm just going down to the local bar to sketch someone.
Yeah, and a pint, a beer just
Yeah.
sitting right there chilling with you. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Excuse my language.
I mean, they do something similar. It's what's it called, like sips and strokes or something, where you like paint and like sip
Drink
wine or
wine.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, but people aren't getting crazy, like I don't know, just
that's
not what I
true.
expected. I thought it was so wild. Like I looked at Steph so confused. I was like, what is happening?
It's definitely a different environment for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man. Well, Joe, back to your animals. Which is your favorite animal?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's almost obvious because I do like she works with me in my office with me. She's on most of these like podcasts that we have. She's in my TikTok videos and stuff like that. It's got to be my bird, right? Like literally spend the most time with that one. Sits on my shoulder. Usually doesn't, usually likes me, but will kind of bite me on the ear sometimes. But if you had to pick an animal that you had to get an animal right now, what would you pick?
A raccoon,
A
no
raccoon.
doubt.
Would you name it
Dude,
Rocky?
no, I would not. But they are the coolest fucking little animals. And like so this is my thing. I'm not like anti-animal. I just don't like the responsibilities of animals. Like if I could go and like pick up a puppy for a couple hours, like take it out, walk it, play with it, snuggle, cuddle, I would do that. I just don't want to like have the puppy forever. Like
Yeah.
it's not like a goal for me. But if somebody's like, hey, right now you have to have an animal, give me a freaking raccoon. I want a raccoon because they're
A tame
awesome.
raccoon.
A
We got
tamed
a
raccoon,
yeah.
domesticated raccoon.
Yeah, domesticated raccoon. We have a couple comments from Chris. Chris says it might have been a Doctor Sketchy sketch night. There used to be one in NOLA.
It was definitely sketchy sketch.
And then he also Chris says, "Did you visit the baths in Budapest? It's a
Yes.
much
Oh my
better in the
gosh.
winter." So you have?
So so we did the baths yesterday. Yes. So a few things. I've been to Iceland and in Iceland it was much colder. The geothermal baths were fantastic. I have been to Hot Springs, Arkansas, where they have the geothermal baths, and that was a whole weird experience that I don't have to go into since it's like a public thing. And I've already talked about the Poland shower person, and we don't need more of those. Um, but the baths in Budapest is like basically a large heated pool, but it was 80 degrees outside, and the water was like 80 degrees. So I was like in a heated pool with it being hot outside, but they do have like a cooler section. Steph and I, we went to like the cooler part of the pool. But what was a lot of fun because I'm a child is they had like in the middle of the pool there is a circle of like a wall essentially. But what it's for is for all the adults to go in there and just walk in a quick circle, which pushes the water like you do as
Yeah.
a kid in the pool. You go
Yeah, creates
around.
the whirlpool.
But yeah, so they had a built-in whirlpool where everybody just got in and started going. Literally, like it got going well enough. You just kick your feet up and float until the bunch of idiots decided to stand there and block all the water or block you from going. And then I'm like,
Well,
guys, move. Like it's clear. Like this is not where you stand. This is where you do the whirlpool.
we got we got a comment from Chris says, any favorite food or drinks during your travels?
Oh man, so much, so many. I had a tartar taco in Barcelona that is amazing. Probably some of the best tartar I've ever had. Um, Brussels, I love fries. Brussels known for like their fries and stuff. I will say like a Wiener Schnitzel, it's good, but it's a little overrated. It's just fried veal. It's good. Like I feel like they could do like a sauce or gravy. And I know if anybody from like Europe is watching this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you freaking Americans, you suck," right? And it's good, but like, could it be better? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like you could, dip your brisket in some barbecue sauce to make it better, but that would make
No.
you mad, right?
True, facts, true. And so just so everybody knows, while here, I don't do it. I eat everything how it is intended to be eaten. Uh, my wife and I, we went to a Tunisian, I think is how you pronounce it. Food, and we legit had to ask the guy how to eat it because he brought us like, so my wife and I, when we go out, we just share one entree and things like that. He brought us these things and we're like, bro, there's like four different things here. Like we thought we ordered one. He's like, oh, you did. You have to put this and this and this with that and do this and that is spicy. Put a lot. And we're like, or he's like, put a little. And we're like, okay, so like we eat everything how it's intended to be eaten. So the schnitzel is still really good, but the Tunisian place in Marseille, oh my God, it was amazing.
So that's awesome. And then we have another question, or it's more of a statement. It says, Jeremy says, raccoon only makes sense if you name it Rocket. See, I'm with Jeremy. If you have a raccoon, you have to name it Rocket. It's just on principle. Like, I mean, are you even a
I just
nerd?
can't.
Can you call yourself a nerd if you get a raccoon and don't name it Rocket? I mean,
So I think my internet's going out a smidge. You're kind of frozen and breaking up. Hopefully I'm not breaking up. But first off, I'm not gonna name it Rocket Raccoon, the Guardian. Like I can't. If anything, I would name it like Trash Panda. Like
oh, come on. This, I'll say, like, I don't know if you heard because you said you're having some connection issues, but I'll say, like, can you really call yourself a nerd if you don't name the raccoon Rocket? I mean, but oh, looks like he is having some connection issues. But I mean, we're coming up on time, but I mean, thanks everyone for the comments and questions and everything. It has been an awesome episode. We're doing another episode with just Nate and me next week. So if you have any comments, questions, make sure to come to the podcast and build them up over the week, and we'll talk to y'all then, and we'll see y'all later. And thanks for joining.
What? No, I'm back.
Got anything you want to say, Nate, before we kick off?
Well, I didn't know. Well, I guess it is Tom, so I
Yeah.
get that. That's fine. But no, I don't guess so. Joe, as always, it's great talking with you. Appreciate all of y'all jumping on and listening and commenting and things like that. Cool. Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Have a great day, night, wherever you are.
All right. See ya.
See ya.